Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, 17-year-old boy charged in relation to assault of another schoolboy, 2 others arrested. The police say a 17-year-old boy has been charged with assault occasioning bodily harm in relation to the video recorded assault of a 15-year-old student of Hopewell High School in Hanover. The boy is among 3 persons who have been arrested in connection with the assault. The police say the complainant was assaulted on Monday while walking home from school. They say the 17-year-old suspect and several other students ambushed the younger boy behind a church in the vicinity of the Orchard community. He was reportedly kicked in the head, neck, and the back, and was repeatedly slapped in the face by the 17-year-old, causing swelling and pain. The suspect and the others involved also reportedly threatened the complainant, warning him not to report the incident. The complainant remained silent until Wednesday, when he was again assaulted by the 17-year-old and the other students in the same location. This incident was captured on video, which went viral. The young men arrested are reportedly linked to volatile communities in Hanover and St. James. The 17-year-old is slated to appear before the Lucy family court on December 3. Detectives from Police Area 1 say they are actively searching for 2 other suspects involved in the incident as investigations continue. Man escapes police custody while at court for multiple charges. A manhunt is underway for 31-year-old Osheen Scott, otherwise known as a Chin Chin, who escaped the police custody at the St. Mary Parish Court on Friday. Scott, who is of Manchester Lane, Cox Street in Port Maria, St. Mary, was scheduled to appear before the Port Maria Circuit Court to face the charges of attempted rape, larceny, assault at a common law, and unlawful wounding. The Jamaica Constabulary Forces Corporate Communications Unit says about 9:05 a.m., Scott was being escorted by a police corporal from the restroom back to the holding area. During the escort, he reportedly assaulted the corporal and managed to flee through the main gate onto Warner Street. Despite immediate pursuit by officers on duty, Scott evaded capture and remains at large, the CCU says. The corporal was subsequently taken to the Port Maria Hospital and treated for injuries sustained during the escape. Scott, who has been in custody since February 21, 2024, is also wanted in connection with a threat warrant. The police say he is known to have a small tattoo on the right side of his neck. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of Scott is being urged to contact the police at 119, Crime Stop at 311, the NIB tip line at 811, or the nearest police station. Bahia Principe hotel workers on edge over disappointing salary increase. Workers at the Bahia Principe Grand Hotel in Runaway Bay, St. Anne was threatening to strike on Monday after being displeased with their salary increase. The disgruntled workers went on strike last week, pressing for improved working conditions and better salaries. They were offered up to 15% increase in wages. However, some say that the raise was not reflected in their salaries, while others were not happy with the amount received. They promised us 13%, and based on what our salaries look like, it doesn't seem as if we get 13%, we get about 6%, a maintenance worker told the news. The frustrated worker said he is paid an average of $37,000 fortnightly and participated in the protest last week because he wanted a more livable wage. This is really bad because we were looking forward to that. My last payday looked better than this payday, he said. The news understands that some workers did not turn up to work on Friday afternoon, while some did not show up for training. The news sought a comment from the hotel's management, but was told that the management is unaware of the impending strike. The media were directed to speak with the workers instead. The discontented workers were seen huddled together and expressing their disappointment. We are dissatisfied with our salaries this fortnight because they promised us increase and we did not receive it. Instead, we are seeing a decrease. We were promised like 13% on our basic pay and a 10% gratuity, but that is not reflected on our payslip, the worker said. The worker said a meeting to discuss the salary increase was planned for Friday, but no member of the management showed up. The worker noted, however, that their union representative is aware of the situation and is investigating. Another equally upset worker said only $325 increase was reflected in her salary. She is paid a daily rate of $2,500. We get paid, but it's coming like a decrease. $300, what can I go so? She asked. That's a cigarette money, another worker chimed in. There has been a wave of industrial action by tourism workers recently, forcing the Minister of Tourism Edmond Bartlett to intervene. The workers are protesting their working conditions and the low salaries. Kingston Western Police named 8 persons of interest amid gang violence. In a bid to curb growing gang warfare in its division, the Kingston Western Police have released the names of 8 men listed as major players in the disturbance. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the Kingston Western Police, says that the police are seeking the public's assistance in finding the men. They are Tia Brown of Denhamtown, Tafari Gale, otherwise called Tyson, of a Charles Street address, Ryan McFarlane, otherwise called Engine, and Nico Walker, otherwise called Bob. The other men are Jerome Graves, otherwise called Boody, of Arnett Gardens, Demario Davis, otherwise called Chin, also from Arnett Gardens, and the 2 men who go by the aliases Bad Juvie and the Twin Man.
The Kingston Western Police Division have done some major investigations of serious crimes within this division. We are desirous of bringing a number of these matters to closure, and we have identified the persons listed as very critical to our investigations, and as such, they are deemed persons of interest. We are requesting that these persons report to the Denhamtown CIB no later than 6 p.m. Saturday, 30th of November, 2024. We have employed a number of measures in our efforts to locate these persons, but our efforts so far have proven futile.
2 charged in Hart NSTA Trust fraud probe. The major organized crime and anti-corruption agency has charged 2 of the 3 people arrested in Friday morning's targeted operations in Montego Bay, St. James, and Portmore, St. Catherine. The raids were part of MOCA's investigation of a $17 million fraud scheme uncovered at the Hart NSTA Trust. Those charged are Smoes Ellis, a former Hart NSTA Trust employee of a Gregory Park, Portmore address, and Kevina Atkins, another former employee and a resident of Salt Springs, St. James. Ellis was charged with larceny as a servant, possession of criminal property, and a conspiracy, whilst Atkins was charged with the offenses of receiving stolen property, possession of criminal property, and a conspiracy to defraud. The 2 are to appear in the St. James Parish Court on Wednesday, December 4. Friday's operations, which started around 5 o'clock, involved the MOCA agents and the operational support from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The exercise reportedly yielded electronic devices and other evidentiary items from both locations. It is expected that other targeted and coordinated operations will be carried out by the MOCA team in the coming days. Director of Communications at MOCA, Major Basil Jarrett, said that the agency has been tracking the case for some time.
The persons involved are suspected to have collected monies that were not due to them through the Hart Trust NSTA, and one of the individuals is a former employee. It's something that we're concerned about because the Hart Trust is a very valuable and important institution in Jamaica. Whenever money leaves that entity, that should really be going to persons who really need it. It just makes the crime that more egregious.
In a statement Friday, Education, Youth and Skills Minister Dr. Dana Morris Dixon said that the investigation was initiated by the Hart NSTA Trust, which called in MOCA in 2018. The Ministry of Education has said it is cooperating fully with MOCA in its investigation of the multi-million-dollar fraud scheme uncovered at the trust.
I'm aware of some investigations that culminated in some raids this morning by MOCA. And I'm told that this relates to an investigation that HART initiated in 2018, where their internal auditors found some anomalies in relation to a program. And they actually called in MOCA and asked MOCA to investigate, which is really good because it shows our governance working. In addition to that, the government is very committed to stamping out corruption. And so I'm very happy to hear that after their 6-year investigation, MOCA felt that they were able to pick up some individuals today. And we truly hope that we'll be able to get to the bottom of this situation so that we can send a strong message that anyone who wants to engage in any corruption in any of our entities, that they will be dealt with.
Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.